August 23rd, 2024, there's been a change in America. It's all about President Donald J. Trump and J.D. Vance and Robert Kennedy Jr. Let's go, America! Today's Democrat is nothing like the Kennedy Democrat, nothing like Robert F. Kennedy and J.F. Kennedy. They were fantastic Democrats. If they were in office, I would vote for them right now. John Kennedy, he's got my vote. Robert F. Kennedy, he has my vote. But they're dead. They were assassinated because they were too close to the answer. And who knows who killed them. But we're not gonna go into conspiracy theories.
I'll get personal. I'm a woman who's had an abortion. I'm not proud to say that, okay? It's a decision that 5 years later, I'm really regretting. I thought that having reproductive freedom meant to have that decision. And I was fed a lot.
Actually cooking awful music tastes. Actually cooking a normal stream schedule.
And I wasn't prepared for the mental consequences of my choices. Life begins at conception. I'm also a scientist. Trump's policy of saying this should be a state choice is, in my opinion, so much more respectful and empowering of women than saying that abortion should just be allowed.
They want to kill and murder babies because they are an inconvenience. But they want to couch it in the word choice. What choice does the baby have? 60 million aborted, murdered babies in this country since Roe v. Wade. Baby Jesus could have been murdered.
Shout out baby Jesus.
I don't know if you've seen right now, like the DNC, but they're celebrating abortion. They're having parties with abortion pills and they're dancing around. It's horrifying.
Yeah, Dr. Callie McNicholas. I am the Chief Medical Officer for Planned Parenthood Great Rivers, and I am here to bring free healthcare, vasectomies, and medication abortion to the area.
I want that woman in prison for the rest of her life or executed.
I really do value who I sleep with, okay? Like, my body is I'm very protective of it, okay? It's so much more empowering to say no than it is to say yes. When a guy's like, oh, hey, you want it?
Hey, whose party is it?
I'm like, I'm good. And my prayer is that we return to a society that is much more so about teaching people through the family unit values and how to choose the right partner and how to not sleep around and how to not get pregnant before you're ready and all these kinds of things. And so it goes back.
I pray, I'm gonna be on my knees every day from between now and the election, that this team gets in. They're not about politics. They're not about big pharma. They're not about making money. They love America. And I hope the press eventually realizes that. But people have to keep their jobs. So I can imagine if you're working for CNN or MSNBC or PBS, they got to keep their jobs. They can't say anything nice about them. They can't, or they'll lose their jobs. But for gosh sakes, people, wake up.
Biden, I feel like he was like super like, oh, like, you're black, let's like Black Lives Matter, and Black Lives Matter, but what if like white people matter too?
This is the team. We've got Donald J. Trump that'll fight China, that'll get us out of Ukraine, that'll secure the border, that'll bring jobs back to America, that'll make oil and gas and fracking and natural gas make us independent from other countries. Kamala's pretty much a nothing. She smiles, she says nice things, she says we're all about fun, and they want to vote for her. That's a sad state in America.
She doesn't even know what she's saying, and she has no policy.
Why did he pick her? Because of the color of her skin. DEI, diversity, equity, inclusion.
I'm sorry, I don't want a bunch of women in government. I don't, because we get too emotional. We need the patriarchy. Yeah, we need the patriarchy.
Say no to the hoe. Yep. Yeah. Say no to the hoe.
She doesn't want to bring the hostages home. She wants a ceasefire.
Yes, that was ironic.
Ho. Yeah. Say no to the...
This guy would say yes to any hose, literally. This guy would have any hose possible, he'd say yes. But he says it's no to the hoe. Gotcha, bro.
She wants a ceasefire because she wants Palestinians to
say whatever you want, brother. But I know what it is. I know what it's like.
My dad says we're moving to Puerto Rico if Kamala wins.
Puerto Rico?
A lot of iguanas.
They have a bad electrical grid problem right now.
Yeah, we know, but it's cool.
She let in all the illegals. So, I have no good words for her.
All right, we'll let you get out of this heat, sir. Thank you. Hey, guys, what's up? You're probably wondering, who the heck is this guy? My name's Larry Susan. You guys might not know who I am, but I do a lot of the work here at Channel 5. You might have seen me in videos such as Texas border crossing, San Francisco streets, Las Vegas tunnels, or the DARE conference. But today we're in hot Glendale, Arizona to cover the Trump rally. That's here at the Desert Diamond Arena. You might be wondering, where's Andrew? Where's Saddam? Why are you in front of the camera? Well, we had a long work week in Chicago covering the Democratic National Convention.
Workers of the world unite. We have nothing to lose but our chains.
Have you ever been inside a trailer?
Yeah.
What's your fucking problem?
Andrew and Saddam are hanging out on the shores of Bombay Beach near our headquarters. So we're changing things up a little bit. All right, let's see what's going on.
Bombay's a fire? Jen?
I lived it. Thank you, America, for being great. God bless United States of America. I appreciate everybody and everything that I got. Thank you, and thank you.
Hell yeah. How you doing today?
Hi, I'm doing great. We just want our milk $1.99 and our gas back to $2.39.
Oh, lady, how did we tell her?
My gas is ridiculous.
We can't afford it. The last 4 years have kind of stunk for most Americans. They haven't been able to pay their bills. Inflation's gone out of control. The border's out of control. They've had 20 million illegal.
Listen. You can slow down the price hike, okay? But you cannot like really reverse it. You're not gonna get like the old school fucking like $1.10 fucking per liter thing. It's just not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
Immigrants come into this country. Who knows what's happening?
Vote for Trump. It's really important that you vote for Trump. For our little boys, you need to vote for Trump, especially for our little boys. I am so upset about the tampons in boys' bathrooms. I'm a mother of 5 boys, and that's ridiculous, and I'm not having it.
Tampons in boys' bathrooms. I don't think.
And that's ridiculous. And if she gets in office, and that's going to happen all over the place, I'm not about that.
Yeah,
I'm not raising 4 or 5.
Listen. The things that happen in boys' bathrooms, okay? Men will always deny that it's happening. Imagine thinking that people give a fuck about tampons in men's bathroom and people shit in the urinals. Like, brother, people piss on the walls, okay? And piss over the stands and they shit in urinals. Like brother, like, holy shit. I'm over it.
The condoms there.
Yeah, for sure. I have a 30-year-old son, so I understand that. And yeah, there used to be, but now they're replacing things with tampons.
It's crazy. It was condoms, two types of condoms, and then 2 types of breath mints, and that's all you get in the bathroom. Now they're giving tampons away.
Now they're giving tampons away, sir. They want them to not be men.
And we need to emphasize and promote healthy masculinity and stop attacking masculinity.
In general, we're going to send a bunch of men overseas. How are we going to do that if they're not real men? You know, we have to raise them right. And we can't raise them that they have a choice to use a tampon when they have no vagina.
They're trying to like create this weird asexual thing, like where there's not really men and there's not really women, but that's how God intended it to be.
Camilla, send her away on a camel. This country's deeper, really deeper. She says, I want to represent the whole country, just like Biden did. He represented half the country, just like she wants to do. Represent half the country.
The people that came across the border that came in and killed our children, somebody needs to pay for it. That's why I'm voting for Trump.
Chat, guys, people forget the human nature of people, okay? Listen. The thing that happens the most, okay, is that people will be like, this is like the manly men, right? This represents all the manly men, right? And then something will happen. Well, instead of being like, let's say, this proportion of people that aren't as men used to be, right? Now instead it's like this much. They will represent this portion as like, oh my God, it's most of the men are not going to be men. Dude, these are margins that are so small, it's irrelevant. Who gives a fuck? If anything, this proportion in the middle, people already. These are the people that were comfortable showing it, but all these people were already felt that way. Now they're more okay showing it. It's still a very marginally small proportion. It's still very small. These people still go to war. These people still go overseas. These people still lift weights and shoot guns and lift fucking cars and shit and fucking carry ammo. That's what it is. your interpretation of this type of data is irrelevant because this is the truth. It's what it is. Anything else is brain dead.
Venezuelan migrants, 22-year-old Johan Jose Martinez Rangel and 26-year-old Franklin Peña, charged with capital murder after authorities found the body of Jocelyn strangled.
Who do you think has to pay for that?
Biden and Camilla, because she was the czar of the border, which is ridiculous.
This is America. Also, I always call it libtards. It's not called conservatards, okay? Listen, conservatards will talk about like, oh my God, this gay, that trans, that shit, when most of their thoughts in a day are about cocks. Okay? They care about what the men do with their cocks, who they use their cocks on, what they do with their cocks. Brother, how are you going around calling people gay like that when all you have on your mind is cocks? It's all you think about. It's just ironic as fuck. Like, brother, most heterosexual men don't go around being overtaken by the cocks. I'm not overcocked. Like, cause I don't think, maybe if you think about this much about cocks, you like cocks, which is fine. Just don't be afraid of it, brother.
Because border czar, and she's failed us. She was supposed to be the border czar, but no.
Hating on cock lovers doesn't make you any less of a cock lover yourself. You can't fight that. You cannot fight that. Embrace a love for cocks if it's that on your mind, man. Your brain is cocked.
No, the DNC, the ABC, CBS, NBC, they're distancing themselves from that because they know she sucked at that. So, like, she's done nothing.
They need to be thrown out. Maybe in jail would be good. Stop the border, block it up. Get anyone that has any drug problem.
It is not a fallacy. It is actually, I'm glad you said it's a fallacy. It's actually scientific data. Okay. There's a pretty big study made, okay, on homophobia, right? And they were showing gay porn to dudes, okay, and the people that were homophobic had a bigger erectile reaction to the videos being shown to them than heterosexual men. Literally, they either get aroused, but they get upset at their arousal, and they fight that with homophobia. It's why they do it. Do you understand how that works? It's a big proportion is like that. I'm not kidding. It's a real thing.
Off of the streets and get them in a particular hospital in every state and see if they can't fix these people. And anybody else that wants to do that and kill themselves, go and do it. We just need to take care of our children, make sure they're not.
Boom. Is homophobia associated with homosexual arousal? Abstract. The often investigated role of homosexual arousal and exclusivity is heterosexual men with a negative effect towards homosexual individuals. This consists of a group of homophobic men, 35, and a group of homophobic men, 29. They were assigned to groups on the basis of their score and homophobia. Boom. Okay. The men were exposed to sexually explicit, erotic stimuli consisting of heterosexual, male, homosexual, and lesbian videotapes, and changes in penile circumference were monitored. They also completed an aggression questionnaire. Both groups exhibited increases in penile circumference to the heterosexual and male homosexual videos. Only the homophobic men showed an increase in penile erection to male homosexual stimuli. Only the homophobic men showed an increase in penile erection to male homosexual stimuli. The groups did not differ in aggression. Homophobia is apparently associated with homosexual arousal, and a homophobic individual is unaware or denies.
Giving it to the kids. If someone's giving it to the kids, then they need to get in prison or out of the earth. Send them into space.
And now, a word from our sponsor.
You guys ever feel like there's just so much...
I get it. Now you're in chat saying, this is not true, it's not true. It's not how I feel. I know it's not how you feel. Because most of your thoughts are corrupted by cocks. You're still thinking about it right now. You're typing that, and multiple cocks are in your head. And I get that. I understand
News
that.
media out there, you're
Stop
inundated with
fighting it.
narratives being pushed by corporate publications that are trying to make you feel a certain way about a certain thing. We feel that way too. Today's episode is sponsored by Ground News, a dope service and online news aggregate that takes thousands upon thousands of articles every single day about the main issues: immigration, abortion, Donald Trump. It aggregates them into a spectrum from left to right so you can see how different sides of the aisle are covering certain issues. As you guys can see,
whoa.
Left to right, so you can see how different sides of the aisle are covering.
No. If they say that the Guardian is barely left, that is such a lie. That's already terrible. Come on, brother. Oh,
Covering
please.
certain issues. As you guys can
Jesus
see, I got
Christ.
Ground News open right here. There's been 4,364 articles written about Donald Trump in the past week, so you can actually look
And
at how the
Forbes.
left and how the right is covering Trump on any given day, on any given issue. So right here we can go to the immigration issue. On the right, Colorado says Biden regime is behind by centrist media, and as you can see, just under 8% by left-wing media. So it ranks in terms from right to left, how it's being covered, and lets you know what the heck's really going on. And what if I told you, that's right, you, I could get you 40% off their annual subscription with my link and my code. Well, you're in luck, because that's true. Go to ground.news/channel5, www.ground.news/channel5, 40% off annual subscription. All right, back to the streets.
I wouldn't buy cupcakes from a guy who's bankrupt 6 times. What the hell is wrong with these people? They're gonna have to explain to their grandchildren how they voted for a rapist, how you voted for a 34-time felon, how you voted for the felon over the prosecutor. But you ain't gonna have to worry. You're going down like the Titanic. I got life jackets for all of you idiots.
Yeah, I'm Bigger Don, and I've been giving these Trumpers hell for years out here now. So they're going to have to explain to their grandchildren when history asks them why they voted for a 34-time felon, why you voted for a rapist, why you voted for a racist, why you voted for a traitor. They're going to have to explain that.
Chad,
Don't come over here, dog.
because I don't shame anybody for voting for anybody. Okay. Unfortunately, voting either side and not voting are all equally wrong. That's what I think. I'm not kidding. I think not voting, voting Trump, voting Kamala, all three are equally bad. Legitimately. And now it's a tough take, but if you really think about it, it makes sense. Sorry.
Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm doing an interview. Don't do it. Go over there.
Jews for Trump! Trump is the best president the United States ever had. There has never been a better president. For the Middle East, he was the best. For inflation, he was the best.
Explain. So, if you understand how that works, okay, it means that everything is wrong, therefore nothing is wrong. Just vote. Get involved and do your shit, right? If everything is wrong, nothing is wrong, right? That's why it's a democracy. You vote, whatever. Being this oh, you're a dumbass or whatever. Okay, you don't know more. You're not better.
Inflation is rocketing high right now. We have a president that's no clue what he's doing. He's giving over to his vice president who also has no clue what they're doing. Let's do this, Trump 2024, baby. Jews for Trump. Jews for Trump. Jews for Trump. Jews for Trump. Fake media is pulling his presidency down. The media is fake and lying. The media has no clue what they're talking about. They just lie and lie and lie. Trump, 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 Trump.
Because I also find this new weird wave of like Jews hatred thing very odd, because it's just odd. I feel like now, oh yeah, this whole Israel thing is happening, therefore, oh guys, we can hate on the Jews. Let's go. Let's hate on them. And everybody's is hating on them. Yes, it is new. It is new. Before it wasn't as prominent, as validated. Not everybody was green lighting that hatred. Okay, brother, they're just fucking people like everybody else. Like holy shit. Like why do people take a problem, take a few individuals and represent it to everybody else the same way they do it for Muslims or whatever? How about stop being a fucker and go after fuckers? Okay, fuckers are Christians, are Muslims, are Jews, are whites, are blacks, are Asians. A fucker is a fucker. Go after the fuckers. Don't go after groups. It's fucking weird.
How do you guys feel about RFK endorsing Trump?
He offered Aaron Rodgers to be his VP, and I have friends that are Jets fans, so it means a lot to them. So I'm happy about it.
Yeah, he killed a bear and dropped it off in the park like a couple years ago.
That's badass. That's badass.
Yeah.
That's pretty hard. Like, he's the GOAT for that one.
The Middle East is a disaster right now. If Trump was here, none of this would have happened. Look what's going on with Russia and Ukraine. This war has been going on for months and months and months. They couldn't get this stopped. It's just retarded. We're supposed to be the world power. What's going on over here? Ukraine is just getting smothered. What is going on?
And Ukraine is feeding off of America, and they're being cautious about giving money to Israel, and they're not giving even a quarter of that, the amount of money that they're giving to Israel, to Ukraine.
So we need a president who is powerful, who cares for his people, who cares for the world, and is here to save America, like he's about to say.
Fact check this. How many times has Kamala Harris been to the border? 0? It's just wide open. We don't know who's coming, who's going. There's been known fact that terrorists are coming across the border. We have no idea.
In the wake of the attacks in Israel, border officials say they've seen a growing number of people on the FBI terrorist watch list trying to enter the country through the southern border.
The first thing we could do is put terrorists back on China. The second thing we do is secure the border. I mean, what else could we really do? And then also help the people who are hooked on fentanyl. I mean, have more government programs to get these people off the streets. Maybe more harsh penalties for those who are dealing and selling drugs. You know, you're trying to secure the border. You're doing it backwards. You can't really solve problems by, closing the border. The real problem is the people here that want the drugs. I know people that are struggling and they just fall into depression, and then they go into the streets, and then the only escape is to do drugs. There's no hope for people. Sometimes, they just go to the streets.
But in my opinion, we don't really have a mental health crisis. We have a physical health crisis, and it's manifesting as mental symptoms.
Lower gut health.
And chronic infection. So specifically like infectious diseases like biotoxins, like Lyme disease, autoimmune conditions, mold, and these kinds of things. And I can tell you, 4 of my patients have gotten rid of multiple mental health diagnoses just by going on the particular diet that I recommend. I do carnivore.
Oh, nice.
So I do the carnivore diet, and it's amazing for mental health, but ain't no way I can get behind an administration that says we need mandated shots. I've sought truth in every single space you can possibly imagine. I was a drug addict. I'm 16 years sober. I've been in the sex industry. I left that.
Right,
I've seen the darkest sides of life. I've been every spirituality and religion you can imagine.
The people that are asking for help and looking for help are on the right path, and are probably the people that are most likely to recover and get away from their mental torments. I don't know why, because they're looking for answers, and they're looking for solutions. They don't give up on themselves. They don't fucking sit around and do nothing. You're saying no shit, but people always underplay that fact. If you're looking for solutions, more often than not, you will find solutions.
And then I was saved by Jesus when I almost committed suicide 5 years ago. I was leading people away from Christ, and then he plucked me out. So if we can align our country with the 10 Commandments and with a candidate who really believes that human beings have the ability to govern themselves, that's an empowering candidate. I want an empowering candidate.
Channel 5 Live worldwide, Hollywood and Vine. Fuck the authority, Channel 5 News. Channel 55. We don't fuck with costers.
You don't know if I bit my lip or something, but hold on. Yeah, I bit my lip. Fuck me.